Hello everyone, this is Dungeon Defenders Redux, episode 7, and in this episode I'm probably going to get Eye of Devastation pet, and then XP grind to level 90 or 93, so I can equip my ultimate gear that I have, and I want to get my adept up to level 93, and then also my DPS monk, as those are the two most important characters that I want to have really good stats. And then after that, if I have time, I'll also attempt Town in the Cliffs on Ascension, which I should be able to do once I have the ultimate armors equipped. Okay, so first, I have a Devastation pet, Halloween Spook 3. If you do not have the levels for this, go back and watch the end of the last episode. I go over a level 1 build for the survival, and I also complete this map on campaign to unlock survival. But because I already have the waves and in the process of saving time, if you also have waves on this map up to level 28 or somebody gave them to you, or you already did them, just insane hardcore starting wave 28. The build is the exact same as what I used in the end of the last video, but I'm going to go ahead and show the build again. 3 auras on each crystal, but not this middle one. I'm going to put them like roughly right here. Swap to Series EV, get walls, buff beam, reflect beam. From this pumpkin over to this staircase, 5D wall. You don't have to build it all the way over. Just the edge should be fine so the enemies get stuck. And then like roughly around here you want to build a 5D wall. And then inside, 60 buff beam. And then a reflect beam. And then another reflect beam. 1DU each. 2DU wall. And then up here, 2DU wall as well. Five DU wall from this staircase over to this, whatever this is. You don't want to build it too close to the crystal. You want it like roughly around here, because otherwise enemies can hit the crystal from this wall and it can ruin your run. And then a 4DU wall like roughly right there. Swap to Huntress. Gas traps, just 4 total, roughly around there. It doesn't have to be exact. And then swap to adept. And then like roughly around here. Let me get my tower stack script. One fireball there, 2 DSTs facing that direction. And then like 1 DST there, 1 DST there, 1 there, 1 there, and then the rest LTs. Should be like 4 lightning towers. And then for extra safety, just to make sure I can do it, I'm gonna place minions as well. Spider Queen. Spider Queen just on these walls right here. You can build them inside the walls, it doesn't really matter. And over here as well. And then over here I'm just gonna build a bunch of archers with my remaining. There's like 3 there, should be fine, and then like 2 here. You can build more archers if you want, it doesn't really matter. This is only insane, it shouldn't be too bad. And then I'm going to swap to my DPS monk and start the wave. I'm just gonna upgrade the buff beam first, and then upgrade the auras, and then let the map go. And then I'll just run around and kill ogres if anything gets stuck, just to speed the wave along a little bit. Oh, what is happening here? I probably could have built more minions here. This should be fine. Just upgrading the auras through the walls, shooting to get mana. This should be fairly safe. I don't know how the ogre got past these archers. It should have aggroed onto them, but whatever. And upgrade this wall as well, because it's getting hit a lot. Yeah, all my auras are upgraded to the 3 arrows over there, so I'm just going to upgrade these and it should be fine. If for some reason your crystal's getting hit from a particular enemy, you can kind of just stand there if you want. I don't really think you need to upgrade things on this map too much besides the buff beam. That's the biggest thing. And then the auras, just so they don't die. You can kind of go around and upgrade things if you want to make it a little bit faster, but it doesn't really matter too much. It should be fairly easy on Insane. Make sure you don't do Ruthless on this map, because it'll make the enemies significantly tankier, and you probably won't be able to complete it, even with much higher stats. Insane Hardcore is just... You're going to get roughly the same amount of upgrades and stuff like that on the Eye of Devastation pets compared to Ruthless and Hardcore. It's just a quality multiplier, so it just makes things slightly better. It's not really worth it for a while, for any map. Once you get to wave 29, you can just go ahead and start. You don't need to add anything till the end of this wave. Once the wave's about to end, I will just press F6 on my keyboard, and that'll add 3 alternate characters. You just have to make sure that you do it before the end of the wave. Because once wave 30 is like about to start, you'll get rewarded with Eye of Devastation pets on every character that is in. I'm gonna upgrade this Spider Queen just to be safe. Should be fine. I don't think anything's dying. If for some reason you get obscenely bad pets from this map, like mythicals with like 40 upgrades, honestly, you could do it again, but you might not even need to for the pets, because even those pets, you can probably farm deeper well very easily. The enemies spawn with ridiculously low HP on Survival Ascension on the map. And the Eye of Devastation pets are usually fine, even if they're not particularly good. You're just hoping to get mostly Transcendence with like 100 upgrades, but if you don't for some reason, it's fine. What wall just died? Oh, it's this one. Because the wall is not inside the auras, it takes a lot more damage, but I think this wave should be fine. Okay. And then F6, right as the wave's about to end, we'll add 3 alternate characters. F8 toggles full screen. And then I get an Eye of Devastation pet on every character. And then F7 removes all 3. This is roughly what you want. And then return to Tavern. I'll show how to upgrade them. If for some reason you get really, really unlucky and you get like godly ones that have like 30 upgrades, you can do the run again. It doesn't take particularly long once you have the waves. Just copy the build exactly pretty much and just run around. Okay. So the stats don't really matter too much. I mean, you want it to have positive stats, but it doesn't really matter too much. Like, this is probably the best one, so I'll not upgrade it yet, but I'll show. It does a lot of damage. So let me see Ascension. 315,000. I do have DPS gear, so it'll do slightly more depending on your hero damage, but it doesn't matter too much. As long as it's one-shotting the majority of the enemies, you're probably fine. And this is unupgraded as well. A pet from Insane can do campaign, deeper well, Ascension, hardcore survival, first 3 waves really easily. And it has really far range, so you don't really need to move when you spawn in on the map. So you can just AFK on your characters. If every character is an Eye of Devastation pet, you'll be able to clear the map. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this. I'm just left clicking and then adding a few. I think 7 is the cap for the attack speed bonus, and then I'm just going to cap out projectile speed. And I'm just going to go till it's like 3 to 4 million per upgrade. It should be good. And let me see the DPS again. A little bit higher, but it's attacking a lot faster, which is what you want. I think that's the most important part. I do have a lot more upgrades on it, but I don't think it really matters too much. I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade these as well. 7, and then go ahead and cap that out. And then I'm just going to go till it's fully upgraded. I'll just go ahead and invest all. Should just do the exact same on the other ones. Get the attack speed to 7, and then cap out the projectile speed, and then go till it's like 3 to 4 million per upgrade. I'm gonna go ahead and cap this one out as well. You don't really need to get any particularly good ones for you to be able to complete the map. Okay, almost done. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put my extra stuff in there, and then I'm gonna swap to my adept because it's the characters that I want. I'll put this one on it. Make sure I put my fish in the bowls in there. And then what other characters will I want? Probably honestly, I don't think it really matters too much. I'll be needing a Countess soon. I should probably start to level that a little bit. I think Initiate and Countess are probably what I'll be leveling next. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on them, and it should be fine. Actually, I need to wait till it's level 74. Once it's level 74, then I can equip the iPet, but for now I'm just gonna... Okay, so before I was getting like 8 million XP on my alternate characters that weren't DPSing, but now I should be getting around 11 to 12 million for about 1 to 2 minutes. If they have a Eye of Devastation pet, and the map will also go a lot faster. You do not need to move off the spawn, so I'm going to show that really quickly. Okay, so I'm going to add my adept, my initiate, and my countess. These are the characters that I'll be needing. They have Eye of Devastation pets, besides the countess, and then I'm just going to press Control G, and then it'll start the wave. It will clear the map so much faster. The moment the enemy is able to take damage, it'll die. Pretty much. The ogre will die in like 2 to 3 shots. Actually, I think that was like 4, but should be fine. And then let me look at my other characters. Yep, get a lot more XP. They're also not taking damage anymore because the Eye of Devastation pets are killing everything before especially the spiders will hit you, but pretty much everything's dying. I'll show this once or twice. A few times actually, probably 3 total, and then I'll skip ahead to when I'm level 93 on my main characters that I need, which are my adept and my monk. You can, at this point, you can go ahead and go to level 100. I've used this map to farm to level 100 before. It is fairly efficient. It takes like an hour or 2 from 0, I think. It's not too bad. It's just a little boring because you're just basically waiting till wave 3 is done and then immediately clicking restart level and then control G again. But look how easy this map is. Oh, yeah. Later on I might want to up their hero HP a little bit. Okay, let me... My initiate's not going to get as much XP now because it took a lot of damage, but... about 11 to 12 million. And then once wave 3 is done, you get the XP, you just click restart. And then control G immediately, you don't need to move. You can use your Genie Scimitar if you want on like the wave 3 just to kill the ogres, but it doesn't really matter. While your characters are leveling up, it's generally advised to upgrade their hero HP and hero damage, as the Eye of Devastation pits will do slightly more damage, and if for some reason they do get hit, they won't die, but it doesn't really matter too much. As long as one of your characters is still alive, you should be able to complete the map. Control G once the wave's done. Very, very, very easy XP farm. Now that I have the Eye of Devastation pets. You can also get Harpoon pets or Deadly Striker pets, but they're not as good as these pets are. And they're also a lot harder to farm. And like significantly slower to get, but the map that you have to complete is harder, but also the survival is significantly slower on the Magus Citadel, I think it is. You need to do like wave 30 and wave 35 for the Harpoon pet, and then the Deadly Striker pet is wave 35. And they're not that good for the amount of effort you would need. Doing Halloween Spooktacular 3 is much easier and way more efficient. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on my Countess and equip the iPad on that character as well, because it's level 74. I'm just gonna upgrade this a little bit. I'll be respecking my Countess once I'm done. I'll go ahead and put the rest in that. But all these characters will be needing to get to at least level... Can I not equip this yet? Level 73. Get one more run. All my characters all want level 93 so they can equip ultimate gear, but shouldn't matter. At this stage, I don't really need a lot of them to level 93, but after I get my ultimate Genie Scimitar and I can farm divine crystals more efficiently, I'll want all my characters level 93 at the very least. Actually, I think it may take 3 to 4 hours on this map from 0 to get to level 100, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Now that my Countess can equip the iPads, I'm just gonna up into hero damage. Oops. I'm gonna equip the iPad on my Countess, and then I'm going to skip ahead. Okay, there we go. Let me see how much XP my apprentice needs. Yeah, 115. Level 93. 540 million. I'm a fifth of the way done. This is gonna be a while. I'll jump ahead when I'm 93 on my adept. Alright, I'm back. My monk got a few levels. It's level 96 now. I don't remember exactly what level it was before, but it'll be able to equip ultimate gear now as well. So I can, once I get my Genie Scimitar, I can equip it. My adept got up to level 93, so I'm just going to put all of this into here. I don't need a respec because all of the points are already in there. And now I can re-equip my fish in a bowl. Can even equip one of these if I want. Probably that one. Ones that I saved. These are the big sticks that I saved when I was farming Divine Crystals originally, so I'm going to go ahead and equip that. That's a lot more stats. Make sure you keep your Eye of Devastation pets in a separate folder. Like look at the stats compared. 400 at least in every stat. It has negative tower HP, but that's not a big deal. I'm just going to upgrade it a little bit more. That should be good. I'll go ahead and get tower damage up. And then now I get to equip my ultimate gear. Grab that. Put this on. I think I may end up doing another set of Divine Crystal runs just for another boots, because I don't really have any Supreme or better boots. I think I'm going to keep my Transcendent that I have on for now, because my ultimate chest plates are not particularly good. I'm just going to upgrade this till it's like 3 or 4 million, fall into tower damage preferably. Should be good. Okay. Let me see what I can equip on my DPS monk now. I'm gonna save those for now, just in case I need to use them for something. I'm gonna re-equip my genie pets, put my eye back in there. Probably use that. Don't really have a lot of DPS pieces, unfortunately. I'll keep these as well for now. Probably won't need them, but... Okay, so I'm gonna upgrade the defenses first, and then hero damage. And then I'm just gonna try and get all of these upgraded if possible. I might not be able to. Yeah, I don't think I have enough upgrades. I got them all to 40-ish, but this is fine. This is a lot more stats as well now, so it'll make farming a little bit easier. And because I have mana, I'm gonna upgrade the mana collection bonus a little bit. And then I'm gonna farm another Divine Crystal really quickly. Ascension Hardcore. I'm gonna show 1 or 2 more runs and then I'll skip ahead. I have a lot more stats now, so even though my Genie Scimitar isn't better, it still just does so much more damage. 30-second run almost. I'll show one more run again. And then I'll skip ahead once I have a Divine Crystal. Okay. I'm gonna skip ahead to when I have a Divine Crystal, and then I'll go up to the Divine Forge and roll boots. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got a Divine Crystal.
Looking for something specific?
Just gonna look at these really quickly. See if I got anything with good stats. That's not bad. I may hold on to that. That's okay as well. Alright. So I'm gonna run up here again and see what I get. Hopefully I get an ult or supreme boots that are good for my apprentice. I'm just gonna roll chain like I have been. I see an ult, hopefully it's good. Not particularly. I don't really need these mythicals anymore, so... Oh, that's good. That's good, actually. So, just looking for all positive tower stats, or at least the 3 important ones. Okay, so... I'm just gonna get rid of the myths. I don't really need them anymore, so... Okay, there we go. And again, I'm just gonna put the extra in here for now. Upgrade it a little bit. Alright, this should be doable with 2 players on Ascension Hardcore around these stats. If it for some reason isn't, I can always farm mana or something and get my armor upgraded. Hopefully I don't have to do that. I'm gonna swap to my initiate as well. Fall into radius. Put my other thing back on. I may actually equip this. This should be better. It's a higher stats. It also gives movement speed, which is kind of nice. Let me put my fissionable on. Stats aren't super high on this character. Hopefully it doesn't matter too much. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Lost Quest, Town in the Cliffs, Ascension Hardcore. I think what I'll do is I'll show the first wave, and then once the build is done, I'll skip to the last wave. So just going to put a ensnare and a string train right about there, and then run over here, do the same. This is going to be a little bit difficult with these stats, but I might be able to do it. And then putting a buff beam like roughly right here, 4du. And then a 1du wall, a reflection beam. Another reflection beam, 1du. 3du wall, in front of the reflect beam. Roughly right there. Swap to my adept. I'm gonna set up my tower stack, if I can get unstuck. Right about here. Put the fireballs separate. Actually, what I might do is... Should be fine. And then exit full screen, and I'm going to put my tower booster on. It has around 2000. And I'm gonna go ahead and 2 DSTs that way and then 1 this way. This is Chiku's build that he uses. Well, that he made, rather. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 lightning towers, and then upgrade this buff beam. And then tower boost once you have mana, and then 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and then 8 fireball towers facing forward. Looks like I should be able to do this. Yep. I probably should have upgraded my armor now that I have mana. Should have upgraded the armor on my defense and tower boost, but I don't know how much it'll matter. Also, I didn't state at the beginning, but look around here when you're firing with your tower boost, and then like roughly around here for the defense boost. Okay. So these fireballs are the most important thing. They're going to be killing the tower, so make sure you max out these, and then also max out the physical beam in front of it. So get the fireballs to 3 arrows, or not 3 arrows, 3 stars like this, so every single fireball in the stack to 3 star, and then also get this physical beam in front of this reflect beam to 3 stars as well, and then make sure you're standing behind the reflect beam, and just keep upgrading the fireball towers. You can upgrade these as well if you want. And then I'm just gonna show the start of the wave, and then I'll skip ahead. Just make sure you hold right click on your monk and then press F2. Make sure you're tower boosting as well. And then I'm just gonna keep upgrading these fireball towers, and I'm gonna skip to the last wave. Okay, I'm back. I'm on the final wave. All these towers here are upgraded to 3 star, and then also this physical beam is upgraded to 3 star. You want to be on your monk, so F3 and then hold right click, control G, aim like roughly right here, press 2, and then swap to initiate while you're holding right click, which is F2. And then aim roughly around here, and then click your boost as well on the 2 ability. This is only with 2 characters because my stats are not yet high enough to do 4 characters. You need around 5,000 to 6,000 stats to be able to do this map on Ascension Hardcore with 4 characters, but 2 characters it isn't as bad, I think. May have to test that again, it's been a while. Okay, as the wave's ending, I'm gonna stop my initiate boost, even though I can still keep it going. And I'm gonna go ahead and run over here and just make sure these auras are full. And just run around a little bit. Let me go ahead and end my tower boost really quickly, and then an ogre can occasionally get stuck here. You can run over and just kind of DPS it a little bit, and click 3 on your initiate, and it should speed it up. Okay. All enemies are dead. Run back. Stand behind the reflect beams, roughly around here, with your monk and initiate. Hold right click on your monk, and then 2, and then swap to initiate, and press N to skip the timer. Make sure you have mana, and then once the boss spawns, press 2 on your initiate. And the boss is just melting from the fireballs. There we go. Fairly easy. Oh, I got a Divine Crystal as well. And then F7 to remove the alts. I'm gonna go ahead and put more points in this. These are not that good, but they should be better than what I have currently. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep both of them. Just throw it in here. Okay. I already have a Huntress Guardian. Yeah, I do, but it's not that good. So I'm gonna get rid of the old one. Okay. There we go. So I'm gonna return to Tavern. The map takes around 10 to 15 minutes. I maybe could have done it with 4 players, but it would have been a lot more risky. Because the fireballs will eventually stop hitting the boss and start to hit other enemies on when you have more players spawned in, because the boss will have higher HP. So I'm gonna swap to my monk. I'm just gonna show my DPS really quickly with hero boost. 243,000. And then you want to make sure it's ultimate. Hopefully it's ultimate. If you get a supreme, it's okay. You may need to do the map once or twice. Go ahead and cap projectile speed and then put the rest into this. I'm going to try and upgrade it a lot as much as possible. I use a lot of my mana on this, but it's whatever. And now I have 55k. So this, I think I was doing 234, and then I do 521. This is not particularly good. You can get one with 400 ups, but this is a lot better, and it will speed up the times for getting divine crystals. So I'm going to go ahead and show a run of that. I may end up doing another run of this map on Ascension Hardcore, trying to get a better Genie Scimitar than this, but this will do for now. I'll also be getting a propeller cat from Sky City on Insane, most likely, at some point. So I probably don't need this anymore. It's just a myth. It's not really a use for it. Go and sort these pets a little bit. Go and throw the armor in here. I think what I'm going to do as well is... Actually, I can just keep going. Ascension Hardcore, Assault Pack Part 2. My damage is doubled, so the time should be around 20 seconds per run without a propeller cat. So I'm going to go ahead and test that really quickly. So the first run will be a little bit slower, but it makes it a lot easier once you get an ultimate Genie Scimitar, even one that's not particularly good. Like the one that I got is not at all good. You want like 300 to 400 ups on your ultimate. But I mean, look at it. It's just deleting the crystals now. You can do your runs so much more efficiently. With the one from Insane, it was... I think I was getting a minute originally when I had initially gotten it before I got better armor, but this is like 20 seconds and this is not even a good one, and I don't have a propeller cat. Like, look at this. It's kind of ridiculous now. Get stuck. I think I may end this episode and farm some divine crystals, and then at the beginning of the next episode I'll be opening them and showing the other loot that I got. I think I'm going to get about 8 divine crystals just to get better armor for my DPS monk and apprentice. Mainly my DPS monk, because my DPS monk doesn't have a lot of stuff. So I'm going to show a few more runs just to see what time I can get roughly. And then this will be a bit shorter. I think I'm going to try and make some of the episodes shorter than the others, because there's a lot of grinding for XP in this one, and it took me like an hour or so to get from 78 to 93 on my apprentice. It's a fairly good one. So next episode will be Propeller Cat from Insane. I might farm another Genie Scimitar and then maybe mana as well, and then I should be able to farm this a lot easier. This is basically end game at this point as well, so you can farm this map as much as you want, and then get to level 100 on Deeper Well Ascension. I'm gonna return to Tavern. Just see what I got really quickly. Oh, I already got 3. Yeah, look, this gets so much more efficient once you get better stuff. I did think I got a little bit lucky, but I'm gonna hold on to this as well. These are okay. That one's not that bad. I'm gonna hold on to it. For my Aura Monk, this is a lot better. The game is about to speed up. Like, this is pretty much late game at this point. Once you can get a Ultimate Genie Scimitar, I'll be wanting to get accessories. Accessories past, like, once I have an ult, a full ult set on my monk, and like okay resistances, I'll be able to do Ascension Lab Assault, this map. But I want to get a Propeller Cap before that, and then I can start to farm endgame accessories. I won't be able to upgrade them with mana yet because they are like ridiculously expensive to upgrade. I think it's like 40 billion or something like that to get one accessory to max, but the extra stats they provide will be noticeable, even if they're like not particularly insane. But next episode, Propeller Cat, I'll be completing Sky City on Insane probably. I don't think I'll do Nightmare, that might be a little bit too difficult. I'll see though. I need to do Ascension at some point, but that'll be extremely difficult. I might not even do it. And then after Propeller Cat, probably another run for a Divine Crystal. Not Divine Crystals. A better Genie Scimitar, and then maybe a Lab Assault runs for accessories as well. And some more runs for Divine Crystals, which I'll be doing off camera, and then just opening about 8 in the next episode, and then getting some characters to 93 maybe, depending on how long the episode is.